Welcome to Queensbridge School and our FROG virtual learning environment or learning platform information evening. You are now listening to an abridged version of the talk given on that evening by Peter Lee, Assistant Head Teacher for e-learning. Well, why are we here? In 2005, the government announced that it was to be a requirement that all schools offered pupils and staff the ability to access files and learning materials online. Many schools nationally have adopted this already and have bought their own learning platform, and the government, although initially setting a deadline, a strict timescale of implementation, have wavered and extended this. Learning and teaching are certainly changing, and at this juncture it is appropriate for me to look back at my own schooling in the late 1980s, early 90s to place events in context. I remember vividly the height of technology was the BBC microcomputer, and how just one machine in the classroom caused tremendous excitement amongst pupils. Nowadays schools are awash with computers. Here at Queensbridge we have in excess of 100 machines across 7 different computer suites. However, the power of this learning is only accessible during school hours. Certainly within education we are missing a trick if we do not allow pupils to access their learning, to learn at their own pace for instance, outside of the classroom. And so this brings us to FROG. Queensbridge is changing. We are very grateful to the governing body who has allowed us the finances to go out and purchase FROG, which we believe to be the #1 learning platform currently available in the UK today. We are proud of our customised design that you can see on the screen now. This has been created by the in-house graphic designer at FROG in order to fully replicate the experience of being a Queensbridge pupil. We want the FROG VLE to be something that is vibrant, funky and engaging for pupils. Hopefully you will agree that aesthetically it catches the eye. So, why a virtual learning environment? As stated earlier, it is at a DCSF target for all pupils to have access to learning materials outside of school hours. This links in to our Laptop for Pupils scheme, which we launched last year and is currently available for all pupils who are a member of the Queensbridge School. The following figures speak for themselves. Our pupils, your children, are growing up in a completely different world to the one that we did. On average, 5 hours, 18 minutes a day online playing video games or watching television. A third of children have their own PC or laptop, and a quarter have access to the internet in their bedroom. In fact, here at Queensbridge we have conducted our own ICT survey, and our findings generally support these figures as outlined in the Times last year. We passionately believe that as we continue on the journey of school improvement that has taken us from 30% A star to C in 2004 to 70% in 2009, that FROG can help us massively on the next stage as we aspire to ensure that all our pupils leave Queensbridge with the best possible results, obviously increasing their life chances of success. We're living in a world where portable mobile devices are just as powerful as the home computer was a few years ago. In education we need to keep up with the pace of such change. During the actual presentation, we now showed a short video that is also accessible from the school website. This explains what a VLE intends to do, not specifically the FROG one, but any virtual learning environment or learning platform. You can now access this from the school website. So, this now brings us to our FROG learning platform. The first thing to say about FROG is that it is a work in progress. Not all of the features are functioning yet. We are waiting on FROG to release their new updated version of the parent portal as well. Once this does happen, we will inform parents of how the changes are taking place. I'd like to direct you to #1, the My Set Work area. The idea behind this section is that staff will now set work that has to be completed, for instance homework, through the My Set Work file. Even if it is a simple instruction such as to practice a performance in groups, in a drama lesson for instance, or to watch the news that evening, or to read a newspaper, so that pupils and parents can log into FROG each day to check on their workload. #2, My Planner will be an electronic diary that pupils can access to see what events and or work is coming up. Automatically, whenever My Set Work is set with a deadline, it will appear on the pupil's timetable and planner. But obviously if we have school events such as Arts Fest, this again will appear in the diary section. The subject area is the key to FROG. On here, departments have worked really hard since September and have uploaded a lot of content. And we have just purchased many SCORM packages, which include online version of textbooks and interactive activities such as exam cafe work. It would be best for parents and pupils to constantly revisit this section in order to revise for examinations at Key Stage 4 or to generally catch up with subject related matter. It is our aim that all departments will have past GCSE papers uploaded and links to useful websites. Again, I stress though that it is a work in progress and staff teams are working extremely hard to populate this area. Number 4, the e-portfolio is the area where pupils in time can record the non-academic events as part of the school's 10 pledges, such as attending the Year 7 residential, attending a national sporting event as we did last year with the Year 9s when we visited Old Trafford. The idea is by Year 11 pupils will have a full electronic portfolio so that they can take this to their post-16 interviews for college to try and stand out from the other candidates. Moving on to the microphone, up at the top left-hand corner is the chat section, and this is something we need to talk about. All pupils will have access to the chat area and forums, unless parents specifically write into school to say that they wish this to be revoked. Forums are not open until 3:30 in the afternoon and close at 9 o'clock daily. They are open from 9 until 9 on a weekend. They are moderated and any inappropriate behaviour or conduct will be dealt with severely. We wanted to include chat and forums though as the area to try and hook pupils into using our Frog virtual learning environment, and certainly I can speak from my own experience having used forums within my Innovate lessons. They can be a really powerful way of developing a classroom community online outside of the couple of hours I teach them a day. So that is the end of our podcast. I hope you have enjoyed listening. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact the school via the contact details shown on the website. And thank you very much for listening.